Hi guys, welcome back. Episode 3 of Persian Princes. So in the last episode we completed our second national focus. Our third national focus actually. Now I do want to go for reform the judiciary, however I need to get either fascism or communism to get away from this non-aligned party. Now, I could go and get this national focus here, which will give us a daily fascism support of 0.1 to get that going. Or alternatively, I could focus on increasing our buildings and our infrastructure. Especially the civilian factories, which will help us obviously in the long term. However, with the way that our political party is increasing at the moment, fascism, we're only gaining, we're already gaining quite quickly. The daily change being 0.15, I could get that up to obviously 0.25. And get the party popularity going pretty quickly to then get the civil war kicked off. I'm just a bit conscious about leaving the civil war too late. Now obviously I've not gone over any of the military at the moment, especially like revive the empire and things like that. I don't think at this moment in time we need the political power to do that. I think we need to focus on obviously getting ourselves to fascism as soon as possible. So I've took the national focus. That will help us split away from this non-aligned party with no elections, to try and take back control of our Iran. We're all about Iran for the people and getting Iran prosperous again. Just to make people aware, I am not from Iran. I am from the UK. As you can probably tell from the accent, I'm from Yorkshire. So before anybody jumps in, and says, "Oh, are you Iranian or anything like that?" No, I'm not. So we've got the next national focus going. We will just reduce the speed by 1 and take it off of pause for the moment. Just while we can get that national focus going. We've got 126 days, 125 days and 118 days now. I did choose the heavy tank. I have predominantly, through all of my trials on this game, gone for light tanks now. I can take these off of training now by the looks of it. They have finished. Just see how the... Ooh. So, I don't think we need the factory on that. We'll add another factory on the infantry equipment. Just because of that lack of equipment there. Now that is down to the first episode of us recruiting all of these units on here. Probably take a couple of them units off, to be perfectly honest. We'll leave it as is. We'll see how it goes. We're not planning any wars apart from the civil war anytime soon. Could be quite. I wonder how they're going to do the divide for the civil war. Well, we'll see. We will see. So on national focus, we progressed 15 days so far out of 70. We've got quite a while for that one to go. Our building, our construction of our civilian factories is going pretty well. We'll have the next civilian factory on the 16th of September 1936, so in a month's time. A month in the game years. Now, world news. Ooh, the Olympic Games. I am filming this over the time that the Olympic Games in Rio. At the moment, the last time I looked, the UK were second in the medal table, behind the US. Well done US. You like to mop up the medals quickly. Is all I can say really. Not a lot to do. National unity is quite low. Base would be 75% without the corruption and the oil. Political power's not particularly going that fast either. What can we get? Ignore them too. Can't get him yet. Or him. Silent workhorse, political power gain, plus 15%. That could be the next one we go for. Go for both silent workhorses. Helpers. And then we can change them out later. We shall see. We shall see. So I'm just going to take this time just to give a shout out to Master Splinter, who has produced this mod. This is the Persia Rising mod that I am predominantly playing at the moment. The links will be in the description below, as well as links to get the game Hearts of Iron 4, either the Steam download or via Paradox Plaza's own website. Again, they are priced on there. That's only because I can't remember the prices off the top of my head. If there is anything you'd like to see, me play any nation. If you do have any mods you want me to subscribe to and play on, let me know in the comments below. And of course, like and subscribe to my page. It'd be greatly appreciated. I'm sure you'll get some enjoyable viewings out of the videos to come in the future. So we're coming round for our next civilian factory. That should help in the progress of our next factory. We do have 3 factories queued for Gilan. I hope I pronounced that right. Anybody's watching from Iran, if I am pronouncing anything wrong, I do apologise. We're not far away from overtaking the Communist Party, which do us so well. Do need to stop that communist increase. Not going to go down well for us. In case you can hear the crackle in the background, I do vape. At the moment I am vaping a strawberry tornado. And just to put it out there, guys, if you would like to see me do a live stream, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to do a live stream for those that want to watch this live. You'll be able to come and join me. We'll probably pick a nation in the live stream within the first 5 minutes, depending on obviously how many people are watching. And we'll play through as that nation together. We'll make the selections together. But just let me know in the comments below whether that's something you'd like to see. And when I do get a chance, I will get around to reading the comments. At the moment I'm too busy trying to produce more and more videos for you hungry lot. Surely we should be nearly done on the national focus. Be great. So the youth demand change. They advocate strength, authority, and power, and ununification of all Iranic people in the Middle East. They always do this to me. Let me pause the game. Okay, so we know nationalism's done. Let's just move that out of the way. We'll finish with the student movement. So, unification of all Iranic peoples in the Middle East and beyond. A brighter future requires a stronger Persia. Yeah, go Persia. So we get a change in popularity of fascist, 5%. That is great. What are we on at the moment? At the moment, we're on 18%. That should take us, 23%. That's doing nicely there. So leadership purges in the Soviet Union. Do we see the Soviet Civil War? For those of you who've not played the game before, this is a spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear this, scroll on by a minute. But I've played the Soviets once, and they do have a kind of like a mini civil war where Russia breaks away from the Soviet Union. Great fun to play. Can be a nightmare if you kick off the war too early though. So, do we go for the nationalism support worldwide? Recruitable population. Yeah, I don't think we particularly need the recruitable population up as of yet. Can't claim the Persian Gulf though. I don't think we're ready for that yet. We've not quite got the military might. Don't need a war industrialist. We'll go for the infrastructure. We'll go down that way now. So let's get the game on pause and let's get going again. Sorry for going quiet here, guys. I am just texting. Busy, busy, busy all the time. Okay, so let's just speed it up a bit. I didn't really want to miss anything. How's the construction going? Not too bad. I wonder what the infrastructure is like at the moment. Wow, that is poor. That's really poor, especially to the south of Iran. No wonder it took us so long to get the troops up there. It was a naval invasion. Jeez. It's taken some time to get our troops down. What are anti-air defense? Just got the one air base. 3 factories. I really want to be building them as of yet. In particular on the land force, yeah, either. Just taken away from building our factories at the moment. We do still have the deficit for our infantry equipment, not as large, but that will be down to us actually training more units. as I say, when the units do come out, we will. In fact, we should have had a unit out already. Join the mountain troops. Yeah, there you go. Oh well, you'll have to learn in battle. Thinking as well, let's do get justification for a war goal on Afghanistan, but we can set the offensive line. Just set that offensive line just down there for the time being. Should be alright. Not yet assigned any commanders, you know, I suppose we could assign the Desert Fox, which is Hassan Arthur. I'm gonna presume it's desert. Yeah, desert. Snowing in the desert. That I would like to see. It's we'll give our Desert Fox. Wonder if we let's just get a new commander. That does cost us political power. Wow, now that is great. General Karim Tamas. Go on, we might as well give them all one while we're at it. So that's just cost us a further 10. Dirafsh Esfahani. Well, there we go. We do have 3 generals. I'm not gonna bother promoting any of them as of yet. We will set the. There we go. We can take Baghdad. It should be quite easy. Let's go straight into there. Does say, wow, large river crossing, inferior enemy. We are still preparing for that though. Go there. Inferior enemy, and we are still preparing. Well, at least that gives us time to prepare. I think I'm going to take this time as well to add another theatre. Call that. I don't know, let's get creative. UX, this is going to be the least creative name now. Western Province. I don't know, something like that. Name the one later. Oh. Spelling mistakes, really. Western Provinces. Don't think I'm going to bother naming the armies just yet. Too much else to think about. Especially this national focus. Heavy tank has finished researching. Wow, that's great. Never really had a heavy tank before. No wonder. No, we'll get another heavy tank for ages. Still in 1936 at the moment. Going quite slow. Do we need the motorized? Do we need the motorized? Would be beneficial. Engineering. Okay, so concentrated industries finished and mechanical computing all at the same time. Wow. Go you there. That's ahead of time. Not by a lot though. Yeah, we could leave it. Do we need the synthetic oil? No, I don't think we do. Yeah, let's we'll leave the research slots for the time being. We'll get support equipment. No, I want to focus on the industry, so we'll leave the research slots to get up to their full potential. That will then give us less of a ahead of time bonus. Reduction. Diplomacy. Losing favour with Australia and Belgium. They're fascist though. Well, we'll see. We do get the 11 days stalled. Well, up to 30 days. There we go. We'll just pause it there. And let's go and sort out our national focus again. Urban planning. To be industrialised at north. Yeah, let's have some more civilian factories. Could work out in our favour. So that's the national focus gone again. And let's get moving. I'm probably going to make this video a little bit longer, just because I'm going to wait for the end of that national focus to finish. And then we'll call it a day on that one. Already on the 19th of December, coming up to 9:37. I'm far away from my birthday. Another 9 days in the game, and it's my birthday. Well, I mean that's 7 now. Ooh. Fascist sympathies in the military. Several high-ranking members of the Iranian military have expressed support, some privately and some openly, for the fascist movement in Iran. They feel the Pahlavi dynasty has forgotten how important discipline and patriotism is to keeping the country together, and are increasingly annoyed by the army being treated by the government as more of a tool than one of the nation's most important institutions. Some of them go as far as to suggest strength and tradition into the next half of the century. This faction may not predominantly be politicians, but some of them have gained positions in the Department of Defense. If these developments continue, they may have sufficient political support to execute a coup. Can I execute a coup? Myself, can I? Well, we are gaining support pretty quickly. 0.8. Sorry, 0.98. Moment that IO company is helping us. Okay, so we will pause that for the time being. I'm just waiting for this research. Ooh, we're getting close to my birthday. How many days can that take again? Oh, we've got another 5 days on that one. We will pause it though. So, if I was around in 1936, which was way before my time, it would be my birthday. Happy game birthday to me. Take that off the unpause for the time being. Okay, so we can now research things from 1937, which should help. Nothing in there till 1938, so we've got another year to go on there. Construction is still 122 days away. So we can go for the basic machine tools, which will increase our production. And also get the max factory output increase as well. So just in case you didn't know, when you save up the days, it does then take off the total time of them days. As you can see, improved machine tools is now down to 111 days. Sorry, down to 83 days. Should be 111. But because we've got that, doesn't make sense. No, it must be 110 days. Don't know why it said 83. It's probably because we... I don't know. It's lost me. We'll just increase the game speed. When we get the industrialised, the north up and going, we can then get the south. Ooh. Let's go back and check our infrastructure for the time being. Oh, it has. Wow. That's made a massive difference. At least we can get around down south a lot easier. Or as we say from where I'm from, down south. Well, just slow that down a little bit. Just don't want to go past anything. How's our support doing? 33.83%. We are nearly. The threat of communism. Reza Shah Pahlavi would have you believe Iran stands safe and united. It is no surprise such lies have poisoned the minds of our people. A snake is coiled up next door. Look no further than across our border to see countrymen having turned on each other insane in the name of communism, declaring the end of nations. How long until they declare our nation dead as well? Will the Pahlavi dynasty protect us from this threat? Well, yes, we will. We are going to be fascist, not communist. We will get somebody in place to stop that drift as well. The growth of the fascist movement in Iran has been bolstered by the proximity of the communist revolution. Many moderates who might normally dismiss fascism as another misguided ideological experiment find this to be a very real concern for them as well. Given the choice between the communism of our neighbours and the fascist regime, they would admittedly prefer the latter. They might even be willing to actively support it. We will be the vanguard against the red threat. Wow, we get massive increase, 20% fascist. That has put us as the highest party going. How do we get the Civil War? We need to change our political party. We should get an option to change that fairly soon. Wow. Okay, so that has really increased. I could see this Civil War being quite soon. I need industrialise the North to finish first though. Or just be finishing just as we get the Civil War. Or at least change the party. And then we reform the judiciary, which will then take off that one there. Gives a massive boost in national unity as well as research time. So let's get the silent workhorse just to gain more political power more quickly. We're nearly up to 1 per day. We had a base value of 2. Because of that Anglo-Iranian oil company, we do lose it. Industrialised the north is causing us to lose it too. Aha! Fascist demand referendum. The rapidly growing Iranian fascist movement has never calmed that claim that they need majority support before they seize power, counting on uniting the nation under their leadership once their rule is established. However, it seems their public support has grown rapidly. Many fascists are now calling Reza Shah Pahlavi a hypocrite, claiming to represent the wishes of the people, while turning a deaf ear to the masses who want to set Iran on the path to greatness. The call for a referendum has been dismissed as typical attempts at disrupting the system by Pahlavi dynasty members so far, but at least it's a political measure. If we do not act now, the fascists may choose the violent struggle as a better path to power. So, suppress this hateful movement would give us minus 100 political power and would lose our following for fascists, but we get fascist revolutionaries, which grants national unity minus 10% for a year. Don't pay attention to them, just gains the fascist revolutionaries anyway. We could lose the base national unity and change our politics. Do need to do that. Let's hold the referendum. Some will say they saw it coming. Both those who warn against the dangers of fascism, those who extolled it as a saviour of Iran, have found their prophecies made reality today as the military in Tehran overthrew the Pahlavi dynasty-led government and seized power. Reza Shah Pahlavi is missing, rumoured to have gone into exile, and the coup has been met with little initial resistance. The new Iranian leadership has no plans to allow resistance to grow either. Martial law has been declared, and with the changes that are underway, whatever comes after is unlikely to be very different. A strong state is needed to protect people from themselves, so politics will change. The some can't become the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. We gain reign of terror, which grants political power gain plus 10%. For the next 730 days, so we're looking at 2 years for that. That is great. Wow. I thought he'd gone into exile. Oh yeah, let's unpause it first. We'll just slow the speed down a little. So that's it, we're fascist. No fireworks. However, we do have a change to our leader. We now have Davud Monshizadeh, and we have a change to our flag. We are now the new Persian Empire. Yeah. And we will let our princes reign. 20 days left. Let's hurry this along a little. Just getting a little bit concerned about the video length. Half an hour. Just over half an hour the video length. It's the longest video I've uploaded. Woohoo! Milestone met. My initial, 20, 25 minutes length of the videos has gone right out the window. Come man, next episode we will see civil war. That will be crazy. Will do if industrialise the north doesn't take forever. There we go. Slow that down. Woohoo! Industrialise the north. And that, guys, is the end of that chapter, as they say. Again, leave your comments, any likes down below. Please subscribe. Let me know if there's any other nations you want me to play as. I will do that along with any mods that you may find interesting. So that's it, guys. Till next time. Thank you.